We go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Dear God, here we are again. No mic. Unbelievable. But guess what? I remember to turn on my mic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition
there we
of
go.
Brewed Sports.
Scott, we're already ahead of the game.
Yes, sir. We're way ahead this time. I am your host for the week, Scott Kaiser. And with me, as always, Drew. What's going on, man?
Dude.
Don't you dare say pass, bro. Don't you dare say pass.
6 years ago on this day, I made it to level 101 on Trivia Crack.
Well, that's awesome.
Also,
Congratulations.
I know you're really proud of you turning mics on and stuff, but are we live on Facebook? Because I can't find the notification. That also could completely be on me, though.
We're definitely live on Facebook. You should figure that out.
Okay.
And while you're figuring that out, let's introduce the rest of the panel. Back filling in for Mike in his absence, the man, the myth, the legend, Rusty Featherstone. What's up, brother?
How are you doing, fellas? Great.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for coming on, man.
Feels like I'm back at home.
Yeah, well, you're coming back to take your hockey title, huh?
Defend, not
defend. True story. And with us again for the second week in a row, he actually came back. Aiden, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Oh, we made it through another week, so here we are. Welcome to the show again. But we got a great show coming up for you guys tonight. Even without Mike, we're going to make sure we get the transitions going. We got all of the baseball news with its OWG/unwritten rules, yada, yada, yada. All sorts of basketball news to get to. And we're even going to talk a little bit Tom Brady in the offseason. Yeah, I don't want to either, but there's a fantastic Tom Brady story that we need to get to, so stick around for that. Drew, is there something you need to address?
I do. I got some questions here about So these groups that are showing up, are those ones that I'm in? Or is that like a suggestion of a place I should post the show?
Are you asking me to teach you how to Facebook in the middle of the show?
No. Are
you asking me how Facebook works in the middle of the show?
No, that's ridiculous. It's the start.
Yeah.
It's the start of the show.
But I'm asking you, right now, you're asking me how Facebook works.
I mean, if you'd be so kind.
Cool. Drew, what are you drinking? How about that?
Oh, that's a great question. Today, I am drinking another brew from Single Cut Beersmiths. I think that we could maybe err on the side of saying it's a show favorite. I mean, we got a bunch of them from our shipments. This one is the Brighton Hollow Sky Ddh IPA. And man, I'm pretty sure I had this one before on the show, but I had to go back to it because this stuff is just the shit. It is so cloudy. It is so fluffy, but at the same time, it's just got enough hops that you feel the bite, but you can just, I don't want to say it's crushable, but you can have a good evening just enjoying them. On the rating scale from 0 to 1 that we set today, I was going to say, yeah, the rating scale from 0 to 1, this one is a Fuller House for me.
A Fuller House? Like, how did you get to a Fuller House?
Because, man, Fuller House is just so much better than Full House, first of all. Second of all, Jodie Sweetin. What more do we need to say? Third of all, it's wholesome family fun that everyone can enjoy, and everyone can find an episode or a plot line that they can get into, even if it's not for them over the long haul. So, yeah.
I bailed after they did the reunion at the beginning. After they brought in the original cast members and were like, all right, this is its own thing. I'm like, I'm out. Fuck it.
Oh, dude. See, the best part about it is they like lean into that shit throughout the series too. And they call out them Olsen twins, those trick assholes just sitting out there, just alienating their family. For what? Their fashion line? Get the fuck out of here.
All right, Rusty, what are you drinking, man?
I'm still just absolutely shell shocked that he said Fuller House is better than Full House.
Yeah,
But-
wasn't that the biggest news
Well, yeah,
drop of
I
the
already
show?
like-
Oh, I'll defend that take all day. Hands down.
Also, yeah, I'm not even getting into it. But
It's one of the
It's
worst
fine.
takes.
I'm drinking a short and stubby lager out of the Jamaican region, Red Stripe. And they're
Red
delectable.
Stripe.
They're absolutely delectable. I'm fired up about it. I actually and we'll get into it, but I almost got fucking arrested trying to get this 6-pack. So
Well, we're going to circle right back around to that story in just a
it's even
moment.
better when you speak back a little bit.
In the meantime, Aiden, what are you drinking tonight, bud?
Yeah, man, I got Los Bravos from Terrapin. It's another Athens brewery.
Hell
It's a
yeah. I
Mexican
know all about the
lager.
Los Bravos.
Yeah, it's super good so far. I've only had one sip, but I'm enjoying it.
Fantastic. And I am stuck with beer that's left over. I'm still waiting on my beer drop shipment. And so I am drinking, seriously, I think this is now 2 years old. It's at least a year and a half. I'm drinking Rubus Cacao by Mad Tree. And I'm pretty sure this is also like the third time I've had this on the show. Dear God, it was the only beer I had available in the house that isn't Bud Light. But if you've heard of it before, Mad Tree, locally sourced here in Cincinnati, it's a raspberry chocolate stout. It's amazing, but it's old as shit. So
If you're not here next week, we know why.
oh yeah. When I die next week, when Mike's hosting the show without me next week, you'll absolutely know why. It's
What
because
the
I'm
fuck?
drinking
What am
beer
I?
that's easy or no. I said hosting. I didn't say just being here, Drew. I mean,
Hmm.
you'll be figuring out how.
Wildcarding.
I'm guessing you'll be figuring out how Facebook works next week. Still, if I had to guess.
No, I'm not going to put that much work into it. Trust me.
Well, Robert Taylor saying that he's going light this week, drinking a Untitled Art mixed berry sour a la mode, which when Robert Taylor goes light, he still blows us out of the water because his beers are always with all the flavor and ingredients and amazingness, and I'm always jealous about the
Dude,
beer.
Untitled
that
Art
Robert has
is they're a solid fucking brewery, man. They make such good beers, but I got to be honest, can't find them around here in the 513.
Yeah, no, it's a struggle. That was one of those ones that we had to get from Tavor. Gabe drinking a Coastal Sunshine.
Oh, and Scott just muted himself / dropped the stream, but Gabe is still drinking a Coastal Sunshine Smoothie Sour Ale, and it's the best beer he's had for a while.
But
Is
look,
Robert
I'm back
Taylor
there
like
quickly.
is he like the beer connoisseur in the comments? That you said that as if this is a constant thing. That
Oh
he's-
yeah, no. Robert knows his beer, and
he's
every
bringing the heat like every week.
every week he comes with a really
Right.
strong beer. So Robert doesn't fuck around. So
Love it.
and we got
around. What's with all this border shit on the stream here? Why are we Brady Bunch style all of a sudden?
I kind
I
of
have-
like it, honestly.
I have no
You want a high
idea.
five?
It works. Somehow
Wait,
Russell
other hand.
Simmons
Oh
is moving.
my
Hey,
God.
all right.
So much
You
harder
white
than
people can
me.
get it figured out. I can't.
That took like 8 tries from every single person.
I'm a
You know
little
what, though?
embarrassed, but
I still feel good about it.
I
I
think
am
it went
proud.
as smooth as it should have gone for the first trial. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
definitely something that requires some practice.
All right, now Rusty, let's hear two things. First, I want to hear the story about the beer, and then I want you to talk about your 2 most recent TikTok videos because I
Oh.
got some questions. But let's hear this beer story about you almost getting arrested.
Yeah, so I'm home now. I'm back in New England, and there's like this little like deli that I go to get my beer and pizza from. And I
Beer
go
and
in, I
pizza.
got my wallet stolen over the weekend. That's important to note.
Holy shit!
Was she hot?
I couldn't tell. She just like slipped right. She was in and out of there, and I don't know who stole it, but regardless, I go in without my
Are we
wallet.
still doing phrasing?
I assumed that because I'd been in there like a million times, he wouldn't ID me. And he's like, I need to see ID. Like, I need to say, he's like hassling me. And I'm like, dude, I come in here every day, like whatever. And so long story short, he's like, it gets to the point where like I was like, I'm not leaving without the beer. You know what I mean? Like I have nowhere to be in all day to get there. Like I'll sit here until like I leave with this beer. And so he pulls out this like blank piece of paper And he's like, "What's your name?" I give him my full legal name for some reason. It's
unprompted.
It's also important to note I am not 21. So I give him
I was going to ask about that, and I was like, "Oh, let's not put that on air and record it." But hey, you know, shit.
I just turned 20, by the way, though. So I put down, I give him my full legal name, like middle name for some reason. And then he asked for my phone number. And this is when I was like, I should just change one digit. Gave him my real phone number. Gave him my address. And then I signed it with my signature.
This proves that you're only 20. Like, these
are
are all rookie mistakes, man.
I just did the dumbest thing
and
ever. And then I'm just waiting to get arrested over a six-pack because I gave him all of my information.
So, and the best part about this is, and look, Rusty, don't feel bad because, I fell for the exact same shit. I absolutely did.
Is anybody shocked that Drew almost got like that? Like,
no, I mean, I don't think anyone is, if we're going to be honest. No one cares. Shut up. Okay. But as you can see with my beautiful face that continues to move like my stream didn't freeze at all, it's the goddamn comment sections. That's what it is. But I had the same shit happen to me, except I will say, after the guy asked me my phone number, I was like, why the fuck do you care? And he goes, well, I'm going to keep this or else you can give me the information. I was like, fine, keep that shit. It's not even mine. And I walked out. So... like,
you taught him.
Leave. I did teach him. I didn't leave with the beer, but I don't have my identity stolen by someone who runs a convenience store nearby my, house.
He lives like down the street too. Like he literally just could walk over here and be like,
he knows who you are now, Rusty. And he knows that he knows you've only got a 670 credit score. And he's like, well, fuck, that was a waste of time.
He's probably watching me through the damn window doing this stream right now.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all, man. But here's the real deal. What you got to do, bro, go to Toronto, drive your ass across. Oh, actually, we're not allowed in Toronto for like another 2 weeks or whatever because of COVID, because apparently it's still out in the rest of the world.
I thought you meant like you personally were banned from Toronto.
He probably is. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, I made my mark with those Cocoa Crispy shots, which, by the way, fucking delicious. Like it sounds like exactly what it is.
You burnt down Toronto off some Cocoa Crispy shots.
Can we get a description here, because I'm all about the B52 and that's chocolatey enough. What the hell's a Cocoa Puff or a Cocoa Pebble shot?
Cocoa. Well, actually, fair call. Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Krispies. It's kind of all the same. Yeah. I got to be honest, man. I don't know what's in it. I just know that I bought dozens because I was like, this money's fake. Look at the color of this. This shit's not real. Let's have another round.
Drew.
I mean,
we're in Canada. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is Monopoly money. Fuck all this. But I feel like it's like a rum chata with like Hershey's syrup, but it's in Canadian syrup, so it's like Hersh A syrup. I don't. Does that land kind of a little bit. But yeah, it tastes like you poured spiced rum into the milk in your bowl after you had Cocoa Krispies for breakfast.
And you decided that you were going to drink more than one of those after the first one. You were like, "This is some good stuff. I'm going to keep drinking these."
Look. I'm going to be honest.
He's like, I got fake money. I got these shots. Fuck it.
We're
throwing bans on Cocoa Crispy shots.
we got 2 hours to kill between when we got our photos taken and the dude said our fake IDs are going to be printed. Let's do it. Let's send it and just go. Yeah. No regrets, though. It all worked out great because the only reason I lost that fake ID was because the dude asked me what my social was in a bar when I used it. And I was like, that shit ain't on there. They don't put that shit on there. And he goes, well, it says it on right here. And I was like, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much.
And it's 006 08006.
No, but see, that's the key
like,
there.
Those are all the same number.
I just been like, how many numbers are in a social security number? They're in.
I mean, in reality, do you know yours off the top of your head? I don't know mine.
I do know mine.
I do know mine. Yes.
Are you supposed to know that?
Yeah, you definitely should know that.
You should know that.
Because here's the thing: when you get arrested,
look at the alcoholic over here. Come back to Jack when he's fucking drinking a beer.
Well, I was like, what is it that you're saying? You don't know your social security number? We'll just focus on you the entire show.
You just cut back. I'm just like,
all right, Rusty. Well, while we got you on the camera, I said that we want to talk about two things. The second thing is we got to talk about these most recent TikToks, and we're going to go back one because this Four Loko one, man, this Four Loko review was
not even the original Four Loko either.
Priceless. Yes, I was going to say it's new Coke, it's new Pepsi, it's like the rebranded version of this shit. But dude, that shit was hilarious. Wait, please walk us through that evening.
Those things don't fuck around, dude. Like they're it's so bad, dude. It started off honestly pretty tame, but I knew I was in trouble because when I was buying them in the gas station, the lady behind me got behind me in line and was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even know. and so after 4, I was chilling. That's not true. I was hammered off.
I was just gonna say, just did not
move. There's chilling. There's I can't get up off this couch, man.
I was chilling off, or I was hammered off 4, and my buddy called me, and he's like, "Hey, we're going out on the boat," and I was like, "That sounds like a great idea. I'll bring my locos. I'll keep doing the review on the boat."
Because that's a great place to drink Four Loko is on the open water.
did not get up on the wakeboard one time.
Wait, did you try?
A million times.
That's impressive. I will give you credit for that, because putting on a life jacket, strapping a wakeboard on your feet, and holding onto a tether after more than four Locos is goddamn impressive.
That seriously is.
Lost my flip-flops, got kicked out of this girl's like yacht club.
Was she hot?
What?
Was she hot?
I didn't really know her at all.
Oh, then fuck her. Who cares, right?
I didn't really feel good.
Also, that wasn't the question.
She didn't kick me out. She didn't kick me out. Like the club kicked me out.
But it doesn't matter if you know her. The question was she hot?
I honestly don't remember. I had 8 Four Locos.
Exactly. So
I don't know if she was real.
She was hot.
I don't know if she was real.
She could have been a figment of my imagination.
Rusty thought he got invited. They say, "Who invited you?" And he goes,
"I'm like,
Laura Stippleson." And they're like, "There's no one here by that name."
I'm like pointing to a chair that has no one in it. They're like, "Get out of here." But it's probably
a really nice looking chair if it's at a yacht club.
Yeah, I went, and then after 12, I passed out, as you can obviously, and I woke up, and all of our pledges came over to clean the house, and they'd stacked every piece of furniture on top of me. Really funny for like 30 seconds, and then I was like, I'm so hungover, this is not funny. And they were all gone. So I had to make my way out of that mirror maze of chairs. Now I'm alive. So
impressive. I mean, I was just gonna say, based on the video, it is impressive that you're alive. So you did that one, and then there's a long time to recover because it had been a while.
People were commenting on the video like 2 weeks later, like, "Hey man, just like checking in, like."
The makers of Four Loko are like, "Hey man, we're just checking in."
Up, just being like, "This kid's gonna fuck us."
Right? Done. They're like, well, "You're not supposed to drink 12 in one sitting, man. We didn't make them for that."
Hey.
He meant to drink like 1 or 2, man. Stop it.
He sat in at least 3 different places. All right, come on. Give him some credit.
The end video was just like the most accurate portrayal of how I was feeling. It was like so dark in the room because I just like forgot to turn the lights on / like didn't want to. And then I'm just like, usually I give a score. I don't think I gave a score. I think I just told people not to do it.
Yeah. You also uttered my favorite line during it. You said, shit, what the hell was it? I wish I would have watched it again. You said something about you said, you muttered that something wasn't real, and then you said right after that.
Quick cut back to me.
Yes, sir.
It's not real. Birds aren't real. Birds are not real. They're government. Hey, hold on one sec, actually.
Rusty,
Okay,
I swear
all
to
right,
God,
hold on.
if you are a flat earther, you're getting the fuck off this show. Right?
I'm getting so into it. But this is the shirt. It's actually a really cool company. You should go check them out. Bird watching goes both ways.
Birds aren't real. That's what
Birds aren't real, but I said pigeons aren't real. They're
Pigeons.
actually.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
pigeons.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? No, you haven't.
Actually, that's 100% accurate. I have
They
never.
don't exist because they're government drones and they're spying. I swear to God, it sounds like I'm kidding. I'm like, I don't care about a lot of things in this world. I'm like passionate that pigeons are not real.
I mean, if you're
actually,
gonna-
Rusty, I got a question for you. Along that line, what did dinosaurs sound like?
Yeah. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because I can.
Yeah, I'm in, bro.
Forever, but it's horseshit that we just assume that they sound like what like Universal tells us they sound like. It's like
Mhm.
you don't fucking know. They could have been
Exactly. They could sound like fucking birds that aren't
We
real.
have their bones. Like we had. That's all we have.
That's what it was. You said it'll put you on your keister.
We'll put you on your
Fucking
damn feet. there.
Yes, fucking straight like 70s dad style.
Wait.
Dude, Ed Mayhall wants to know if I'm drunk. Does a bear shit in the woods, Ed? I am.
Yes, they do. I know that for a fact.
Well, not only that, I mean, where else could you be drunk except for being on a show like this where it doesn't
Do you-
particularly matter?
Do you think
Ed is clearly new to my content, Ed. I
May have missed the first time Rusty was on the show, but he spends most of his time drunk.
I mean, he's in college. Like, enough said. Now, Rusty, what I need to know from you is, do bears shit when they swim and catch salmon? Like, I don't know about you, but when I swim, I get relaxed.
Fuck.
Do you think bears also shit in the rivers, streams, and lakes they swim in?
I don't know, but I do know we were saying so. Like I like my like does bear shit in the woods? Do fat dogs like slow cars? Like I have like a lot of those. And one of our buddies just like didn't get the joke and was like trying to like get in on it. And someone asked him a question. He's like, "Oh, like does a bear eat with his hands?" And everyone in the room was just like, "Dude, I don't fucking know. Like how I don't know how bears eat. Like shut up."
That is fan.
So, but I got all right, but Rusty. So about the other kinds of birds, like I have seen a baby bluebird. I've seen those ugly fucking baby geese. I've seen those. I've seen baby penguins. Like, so there are baby birds.
Yeah.
So is it that the government just uses pigeons to spy on us, or are all birds fake?
It's mostly pigeons. And I'll give you an example of a bird that is real. I saw a guy on the internet today, and he was fighting. I swear to God, you can look it up.
A
It's
kangaroo.
Look it up. He's fighting an ostrich with a riot shield, and it's the funniest. It's the funniest video I've ever seen in my time. You should check it out.
There's a part of me that just wants to know why was he? Oh, he was in Australia. Never mind.
Dude, Ed Mayhall is killing it with the comments. He goes, "No, they shit on the toilet and use Charmin." That is the funniest comment I've ever.
That is
read.
actually true, unless they don't use Charmin and they've got a little left behind, and then the Cubs are upset about it.
For
Also,
some reason, the podcast is just sponsored by Charmin. It's like, enjoy the go, Charmin. And we break into this like 4-minute ad because of Ed Mayhall.
Yeah, we should do that. Scott,
Hey,
you taking
if it-
notes?
Well, I was just gonna say if it gets us money off of it, I mean, I'm fine with it.
Dude, Charmin's got that toilet paper money, baby. They got like billions.
Which is also a racket, man, because like, how much toilet paper do we really need in our lives?
So much. So much.
I
All
mean,
right,
for
well,
real
that's
though.
pitch. Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
So we should actually, get into the show, and we're gonna go on ahead and start off with baseball. One, because I love that transition, and two, because holy shit! Just when you think that Tony La Russa couldn't get any more OWG, this dude, like this story is one of those stories that it makes me annoyed just reading about it. So earlier this week, White Sox, which I forgot that Tony La Russa earlier this season was even the manager for the White Sox. I was sitting there doing something and Mike was like, how the hell do you not remember it's Tony La Russa? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's Tony La Russa. He's been out of the game for like a billion years and he was old when we were kids. So why the hell would I think that, oh, the White Sox in 2021 would hire Tony La Russa to guide what they expected to be like a World Series championship team? Any fucking way. White Sox are up 15-4 on the Twins earlier this week. You know what that means? Position player ends up on the mound and, you know, shit from there goes south. But for the White Sox, their DH, so Tony La Russa's own DH, your mean Mercedes, who's leading the major leagues right now with a 364 average, at the time he was at least, this dude crushes a pitch from a position player over the center field wall. Now, it was a 3-0 count. The score was 15-4, and it was late in the game. Tony La Russa says, can't do that. Dude not only took his own player to task, he followed it up the next day by doubling down and saying, yeah, you know, we talked about it. You just can't have that happen. It's absolutely fine that the other team threw at him because, of course, they did the very next day, threw behind him, and yada, yada, yada. All of this nonsense when in the ninth inning of a 15-4 game, a man who's out here trying to get paid hits a home run off of a relief pitcher. And here we are. Gentlemen, how fucking stupid is this shit?
Here's my thing, man. He's a rookie, 28 years old. He's trying to get paid, like you said. He's going to hit as many home runs as he can. You know, he's already 28. You know, let him hit. It's about money for him.
Right. Well, and even if he wasn't 28, how many people on this broadcast or, you know, who happen to watch baseball have ever thought to themselves, man, you know, it'd be great going up to the plate and walking, or going up to the plate and taking pitches, regardless of the situation, regardless of what's going on. You're up there to hit dingers. Like, I don't care if it's the first inning with no outs or the last inning with 2. Like, what the hell are we talking about?
Dingers, slingers, baby.
Why is Tony La Russa even still managing with his old ass? Like, can somebody please take Tony La Russa out of his misery?
I say we take Tony La Russa out and put in Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid. And
there it is.
Oh, no, fuck that guy.
Roof, baby. But with that said, I think the reason baseball is struggling is because there's all these fucking unwritten rules that are stupid. And like he's like you said, he's up there to hit dingers. Like, we're not gonna
dingers, say it right, man.
Like,
get it right or pay the price.
Drew, you're the resident baseball
now,
expert, and you're getting keyed out on your face. Drew,
screen for the win.
Thanos just snapped his fingers.
I know, right? There we go.
It was either Thanos snapped or you painted your face green when you got.
Well, so like when we started, the sun was super bright out behind me, and then it went down, and then it got super dark. So I was trying to figure out how to position the lights. Here we are. Anyways, I was going to actually ask to take my 5 right now because I don't give a fuck about any of this.
No, you're the resident baseball expert.
I don't have anything else to say. Aiden nailed it. Like, dude has a contract. He is playing a sport as a professional. And so he has incentives in his contract. And when arbitration or when negotiations come up, they will look at his stats. And they will not, I guarantee you, go back in the stats and go, oh, but you know what? In that one game where we're up by 9 in the 9th inning and you had a 3-0 count, you didn't hit a home run. So here you go. Extra $50K. They go to do that fucking shit. No, hit the fucking ball because that's what they pay you to do. It's simple.
Well, not only that, my man is a 28-year-old rookie. Like,
yeah, I don't know about him either. Like,
yeah, like, I mean, he's out here trying to do the damn thing and put up numbers. He's not trying to worry about the unwritten rules in a 9-inning freaking game.
Also, to go back to a point that you had, I clicked the wrong button. When you said earlier, who's trying to take a walk there with 3-0, whatever, and I meant to say, I am. Because I tell you what, I was a piece of shit in softball the last time I played like 5 years ago. Played for like 3 years. I don't know why my friends put up with me. I think it's because I brought beer. But like, fuck, dude. Like, slow and fast-paced softball with that arc of that ball, it's so hard to get on base. So if I was getting a 3-0 count, I'm like, bitch, I'm going to just take this until I am out. Because I'm just trying to get on base.
OBT, baby.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put my speed to use, and I'm either going to score from first, steal 2 bases, and then come in on a bunt. Like, I'm going to be solid, but I can't get on base. So I'll take that walk.
Well, all right.
All right, then. That's how the resident baseball expert breaks shit down here.
Yeah,
Maybe the only person to take a walk over a home run.
Yeah, Drew.
I
but
can hit a home run. I'm
but-
hitting a home
but-
run, you know?
But I don't hit those.
That's fair.
Well, I also like too. Marusa defended, backing everything and being extra ridiculous. He's like,
Man, fuck
yeah,
that
okay.
guy.
So when he looks at, when they look at his contract numbers, you think they're going to change? They're going to give him less money because he didn't hit this one home run. It's like he said it's 3 actions within the course of an entire season, and I'm thinking. Do you realize how quickly actions add up in a baseball season? And yes, you'd have 500 at bats, but do you realize how hard it is to hit a home run in a Major League Baseball game?
Again, Rusty and Aiden, y'all might be too young for this. Have you seen Bull Durham?
I have seen Bull Durham, yes.
Nice. All right. Respect. Do you remember when Crash Davis was given his little monologue about how it takes 1 seeing eye ground ball, 1 can of corn dropped in the outfield, whatever? I feel like we talked about this last week. That's the way that baseball players' professions are. So that 1 hit could be the difference between him getting sent down after his 15-day call-up or at... Man, why you gotta put that shit on screen?
Yeah,
Yes,
dude,
I struck out, motherfucker. I thought that was implied. I thought that was implied.
I mean, I thought
I've been chuckling about that for like 10 minutes or like a minute. and a
Dude, the
half.
way the
Just
ball
blowing my
drops
way.
is not natural. Like, it's coming at this angle that, like, I wasn't taught to hit the ball 4 inches below where I saw it coming to the plate. Like, fuck all of that.
You have to die, baby.
I was an athlete in my prime. I didn't flourish at age 30.
Speaking of your prime, which is maybe
let's.
It's still ongoing. Thank you very much.
When was said prime?
Somebody else who's not in their prime, and you ask Rusty and Aiden about being too young. They might be too young for this one. Do you guys know who Ryan Sandberg is?
I do, only because MLB The Show.
That's
You know
actually
what,
a better
bro?
reason than him as a manager, right?
I was just gonna say,
Actually,
like,
it was like a throwback card back to when he played for the Cubs. But
yeah, no.
All right,
That's
that's
a
the most
perfectly
respect.
good reason. Rusty, do
Yeah.
you know who Ryan Sandberg is?
I'm
Not even from MLB, huh?
Fifth on this one. I feel like I might. Should I know who he is?
Your
Well,
answer should have been, I know he's white, because with that kind of name, like, you know.
Ryan Sandberg's
Oh, for
pretty-
sure.
Ryan Sandberg does your taxes at the end of the year.
Well, you know what? Somebody might have guessed that prior to the story. Dude played 15 years for the Cubs. He's a favorite of Cubs Nation. A long-time All-Star. But more importantly, up until the last year, my man had never smoked the green. But that all changed. And now Ryan Sandberg is adding his voice to a celebrity endorsement for Verilife. My man went from I've never taken a puff of weed to holy shit, this is amazing. Sandberg,
What's Verilife?
Yeah, no, I didn't know what it was either. I just think it's hilarious that he's sponsoring like this like medical brand.
hey, Verilife,
Scott, are you just clicking on everyone's picture?
Yeah,
just
I
like
was
in
just-
rotation?
yeah,
Just like,
I'm moving
someone here is going to be talking. I bet it'll work out eventually. You could just do this and like make it.
I was gonna hope it would come around the next time.
Yeah, there you go, baby.
I didn't want to
Ladies,
go all the
Rusty's
way
got the
around.
chest hair.
But hey, Drew, if you ever go
Scott.
look at one of those bags, you'll know what Verilife is. Okay, one of those bags that I gave you. That's from
Hold on,
Verilife.
what are you talking about, Gabe?
Yeah, what's in these bags?
Wait, I didn't get a bag.
This is a kid-friendly show, all right?
Yeah, it
this
is
is
a kid-friendly
Fuller
show.
House kind of show here, Scott. Okay, gosh, we
But
told the line.
Any damn
We're not
way,
Bob
Ryan,
Saget after dark here, all right?
Ryan
Dude,
Sandberg.
Bob Saget apparently is a absolute like demon in real life.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Bob
Like,
Saget is amazing.
I'm basing this off of one Entourage episode, but like he was doing some bad things on that show, and he was playing Bob Saget. So, like, I think he's a nut.
And by
I
playing
think-
Bob Saget, you mean being himself.
No, yeah, no,
Yeah,
Bob Saget was playing Bob Saget, but it was Bob Saget who like hooks up with women of the night.
Or so Rusty's heard.
That pregnant pause was perfect. Scott, so tell us about this that Sandberg guy that played baseball a long time ago we're supposed to care about.
Oh, I just think it's amazing that, a baseball Hall of Famer is like, hey, I'm 61 years old. And this dude straight quoted said, I really didn't know anything about it. I didn't have any interest in it. Now it's every day. Sometimes as I'm looking for something to take the edge off. So Ryan Sandberg went from square to fucking hip as shit in like one joint. And I'm just like, wow,
Okay.
Ryan Sandberg is amazing.
Okay, Scott. So what do you sorry.
I was just gonna say, I wanna- I
We're
wanna
gonna
share with
respect
that.
online 2020, 2021 decorum. And Rusty, you raised your hand, so I'll say
I've been doing online school for 2 years now.
I know, right?
But
2
I was
years?
just gonna quickly add, I want a shirt that says that quote on it with like a Bud Light logo or something. Like, at first, I didn't know anything about it. Now it's every day, just to take the edge off.
You know what? We could make that happen. We have the power and the
I
resources.
might quickly trademark that while we're still on here, so that no one else can take it.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure Craft Brewed Sports LLC has a trademark on that as of this instant because we are entering into a verbal contract on this. And listen, if you want to come at me, that's fine. But just know that, Rusty, I'm really well versed in bird law, so that feels like a bad time for you. Yeah.
I thought. Never mind. I thought you were going down. I thought it sounded like the beginning of this. Like it sounded vaguely similar to a Mike Tyson quote, and I was like, "This is about to get really interesting."
Oh yeah.
Well, to be fair, whenever it's Drew, things can get real interesting.
To be
in a
fair,
big hurry.
I
Doesn't
mean,
take
look,
long.
man, I deleted it. Scott, can you do the wild card drop for me? Because I deleted it over here.
Can I do the wild card drop for you? I
Well,
don't
like,
know.
you know,
Is
when
it-
you press
is it
the button, the
loaded?
video plays.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I don't even see it. That's why I'm saying,
Scroll
like, can I
down.
do it for you? Up there.
God, that makes me so happy. So
What
happy.
the fuck are these trends? Do you guys just like spring these transitions on me? And I like it. Sorry.
Oh no! Well, so look, Rusty, if Mike was here, the transitions would make more sense because the show would actually be structured, except for the wild card because I
I
just
was
click
gonna
the
say
button
the
every
wild
time I
card
find it.
one just comes in. To be,
It's
fair.
a wild card. It's a wild card. You know, you never know when Charlie Day is going to strike, and his bird law.
So Ryan Sandberg smokes weed, y'all. That's all I got. Like, I just wanted that story in there because it was 61-year-old Ryan Sandberg all of a sudden deciding, man, not only do I like weed, I'm going to be the spokesman for weed.
The spokesman. The spokesman.
There we
Yes,
go.
God.
That was the best Freudian slip ever.
Scott, now,
Honestly, very well done. That was
great.
Thank you.
I think that's a little golf clap. Just you know what? Good job out there.
The old spokesman.
You did that one correctly.
Scott,
Thank
what
you.
I want to know is, do you honestly think Ryan Sandberg smokes weed, or do you think he's just like, oh, you're going to pay me how much to do what? All right, yeah, fine. Let's just get this over with.
I think he does smoke weed because he sounds like somebody who started smoking weed like yesterday. Like the fact that he's just like,
Yeah, exactly.
I never did it before, but now I do it just to take the edge off. It sounds like something exactly an old person who smoked weed for the first time would say.
Do
you
sounds like a kid named Noah in your math class that smoked weed one time and now acts like it's like the biggest part of his life?
Yeah,
he's
he's the biggest
That
pothead
is
ever.
exactly what someone who just started smoking weed would say. Would just be like, "Yeah, it's just something to like take the edge off, like after I get home."
Do you think Ryan
and-
Sandberg has like Rastafarian clothes all of a sudden? He like went all in. He didn't just
Whoa.
kind of go. He's like,
It's not-
look, I smoke
Look.
weed. I smoke weed. He's got Afro Man on all the time on repeat. He's like, yeah, man, I get it now because I got high.
Scott, I'm going to take umbrage with that because come on, man. Look, don't throw shade where it's not deserved. Have you ever worn Zubaz pants?
No.
That shit is comfy as fuck, man.
What does that have to do with smoking weed?
You said Rastafarian clothes.
Oh, okay, cool. I was thinking more like, just Jamaican colored shit. Like I didn't think any particular type.
You're the surface dresser.
Cool. Good talk.
Yeah, all right.
I think it's time to move on to basketball.
My shit is freezing, and I'm super mad about it because now I can't click any of the buttons.
I do enjoy switching to you just to see how bad it's gonna get stuck.
Like Scott, I literally don't understand what else I could do here. Whatever.
It's fun to watch though. Basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
Drew. Jesus.
I
Remember
am
last
putting
week?
all the money on the Lakers Warriors game tonight. 100%.
Cool. Well, we're not talking about that, but
Even better.
Who
That's an awesome point if we were talking about that.
Yeah, that's a fantastic thing to bring up if we cared about the play.
I
mean,
wasn't
that's
saying that
fair.
from my point of view. I was just making a little rude.
You were just making an observation. I understand.
It was fair. I mean, there's no reason not to.
To be fair,
let's talk about the actual games though, because Udonis Haslem still plays in the fucking NBA. Holy shit, my man has been in the league. What?
Plays or holds a clipboard.
No.
He got
He played this week.
Dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like how many minutes a
legendary
game is he
performance.
getting?
Well, if you would shut the fuck up and let me tell you the story, I'd be able to tell you. Because this week, Udonis Haslem came into a game and he's in his 18th season. Dude played all of 3 minutes for his first game of the season this year because he got ejected after getting into a fight with none other than that big Dwight Howard guy that once upon a time was something in basketball. But apparently he still pisses people off at a high rate. So
Can we just talk about his hair situation? Like, get the fuck out of here, Dwight, with all that nonsense. Like, didn't he dye his hair purple earlier this year? Like, what the fuck, dude? You're irrelevant. Accept it and move on.
Dude, he's been doing this though. Like people are acting like he's like starting with the new funky. He was rocking the faux hawk for like 3 years, and no one mentioned it. And it's like,
Yeah, because he was on a shit ass team. Was he on the Hawks at that point?
he was on the Rockets with like he was on the Rockets before the Rockets were like anything to.
I miss
Thank you,
Superman
James Harden.
I miss Superman Orlando Dwight Howard when he wasn't such a big bitch. Like he was a huge bitch then, but he's an even bigger bitch since he left Orlando.
I lost
love
all
that
respect
Dwight
for him
Howard.
when he was in Orlando and tried to take the Superman title from like the greatest center to ever play in Orlando, and like fucking take it from Shaq, and everyone was like, "Yeah, you're."
Wait,
just
who?
not that-" He tried to take Superman from fucking Shaq.
Oh, like he tried to take, LA
He
from
came
Shaq, too?
on and was like, "I'm the real Superman," and everyone
Like,
was like,
yeah.
"No, you're not."
Like he's followed in Shaq's footsteps everywhere, except his movies are way worse than Shaq's movies. Like that's the only difference.
Has Dwight Howard been in movies?
Yeah,
what the hell are
wait.
you talking about?
Yeah, let's circle back to the what movies are you watching that Dwight
Are
Howard?
you reading
Dude,
the internet
yeah.
wrong again?
No. He was in some like B-level shit. I swear to God, because that was the biggest reason he went out to LA was to get exposure in the film industry.
That's not. He probably went out there. I don't want to, but
What do you not want to do, Rusty? Why are you holding it back? Who you protecting, man?
What did you say?
Huh?
This is
The
good
Three
podcasting right here.
Stooges.
You guys talking over
So wait,
each other?
the top thing on Dwight Howard's IMDb bill is the Three Stooges, and then he was also.
Or are they talking
What?
about his time as a Laker, or are they talking about something he was actually in?
Hey, he got a
listen,
ring with the Lakers
Didn't the three?
Wait, hold on.
Stooges
Did he
come
get
on,
a
like,
Did he get a ring with the
1946?
Lakers? Did he get a
last
ring
year.
with the
Not the
Lakers?
first
I was gonna say. I was like, he got a ring with the Lakers on the again trip. Like, not when he was supposed to be the guy or one of the guys. Like,
when he was
that
the
was
ninth
when
option.
that was when the rapist was still around, right? Like,
That's
Yeah.
Steve Nash. That Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, Kobe team should have been so good, and they just
Too many injuries.
They all just sucked.
No,
And they
no,
just-
no, no, wait, hold on. Aiden, I want to unpack that. Do you think it's too many injuries or the fact that there was literally no defense on that team?
I mean, Steve Nash only played like in 8 games because I remember I was a big Lakers fan at the time and thought Steve Nash was going to, help things out, but he really barely played. So I think you got to factor that in. And then Kobe tore his Achilles at the end of that season too. So they win the playoffs with nobody.
So what I'm hearing you do is make excuses for the offense. Do you really think that defense had what it would take to carry him to the title?
Dude, I was like 10 years
assume
old.
they're
I don't
all
remember
healthy.
their defense.
Yeah,
If they're all healthy, I mean, who knows what they could have done? But they weren't.
probably lose just as soon, was my guess.
Probably.
Look at Kobe was at the end of his ropes and everybody else was beat up. Like, they weren't going to do anything more than make it out of one more round. But hey, remember when the story was about how Udonis Haslem only played a few minutes and we got talking about the Lakers from like 900 years ago?
Well, but wait, did you want to hear about Dwight Howard's filmography?
No, I stopped at the Three Stooges because I don't even know like what production of Three
That also
Stooges
came
he
out
was
in like
in.
1946. So I don't know how he was in there.
I know, is this a Broadway production of Three Stooges? What the hell am I talking about?
No, boys, you're wrong. It was a remake in 2012, which clearly didn't go well because they didn't remake any other Three Stooges. Yeah. Dwight Howard, and the best part is I love how they credit him as an actor when he was in the film as himself. Like Dwight Howard playing Dwight Howard.
You still gotta act though. They give you lines.
That's true. He did have to read or remember lines. That's fair. Yeah.
You know what though? Speaking of people and fish out of water, remember last week when we talked about J. Cole playing in Africa?
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
Well, I was hoping you could help me out with this segment because we had Mookie's mad props and we set some lines on some things, and we need to figure out the results because I didn't do too well. But while you're trying to figure out how well we did on the prop bets, J. Cole did get into a Patriots League game out in Africa. And in just under 18 minutes, he finished with 3 rebounds, 3 points, 2 assists.
Wait a minute.
That's a solid stat line for just under 8 minutes for a guy who, put out an album just days before. Can I help you? Yes.
What the hell? What happened here in the doc? I see actual stats recorded. I see Mike won. The rest of us lost. Do you not understand how this game works?
I didn't put anything in there. I happened to see that you did.
I did not type those things in there.
Well, that would explain the fact that Mike went in there and just messed around with shit. Because I didn't even remember what the bets were, so I had no idea. I saw the stats in there, and I thought, well, somebody must have put this in there. And I'm like, I guess I remember him saying that he wouldn't score that many points. Sure, that's a loss. I don't know.
Where'd you get that stat line from, though?
Oh, his stat line?
Yeah.
Like ESPN, because that's...
All right, cool. All right, so read it over again. I'll fact check that asshole in Florida.
Right. All right, so Cole finished with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, and it was in just under 18 minutes. I think he played like 17:40 or something like that.
Damn it.
Damn it, what?
I said he wasn't going to play, and he played 17 minutes, so I took the L on this.
I was going to say,
one.
Aiden took a big L. I said that he was going to play less than 7.5 minutes, and I guess I took the L on that.
Yeah. We actually, it's actually accurate. We all lost. Mike won. But since he's not here tonight, fuck that asshole. Mike is at 3-10 now. Scott, congratulations. You're up to a 3-9-1.
All right.
I'm up to a respectable 5-8. And Aiden, you are up 5-2, my
Killing
man.
it, man.
5-2 after 1 week. That's impressive.
You
Man,
should start
that's just dominance right there,
You should start advertising on commercial breaks on ESPN Radio on Saturday and Sunday mornings between 7 and 10 a.m. That's all I'm saying.
Oddly specific. I got you.
Yeah, just like already scheduling him in before he's been like hired. He was like,
Rusty, you're still here.
What's up, players?
Hey, I thought that main vape got the best of you, man. Good to see you.
Dude, I've just been like, I don't know a lot about basketball because I think it's a dumb league. I like to play the game, but I'm just listening because I don't really.
Wait a minute. So
I don't have anything really to contribute right now.
Rusty, you don't get the excuse of being new here. When has knowledge of the game ever stopped any of us about saying things?
I mean, I do love to talk out of my ass. So this is kind of right up my alley.
So
and I can do that if you'd like. I can hop in there and give some really hot takes and sound really confident about it.
That's all
but
we
none
need.
of it'll be true.
Give
Also,
me.
Ed Mayhall has been going off in the chat. He's
I have no idea because I
the
can't.
dude's having a full conversation with himself. Oh, wait, scratch that. No, fuck Ed Mayhall.
Yeah.
He's
What a dick.
you're a boner, Ed Mayhall.
Well, sticking with basketball, here's something that we can laugh a lot at. Ha! Louisville's in more trouble with their basketball program. Hey, how's it going down there, Chris Mack? Those who are still in Cincinnati suffering without you want to know because we're hoping that it's going horribly. And based on this story, it's not going too great. So we all know, or those of us who are not rusty know, that Louisville's basketball program has been not on the up and up for a little while now. In fact, they're constantly under investigation.
I'm
Okay.
aware.
I mean, I didn't know how far your I don't like basketball goes.
No, I love basketball. I just think the NBA is kind of stupid.
Oh, okay. So you're just anti-NBA. That's fair. Okay. But anyway, Louisville perpetually under investigation for cheating and whatnot. Well, they're at it again. But this time it's because of one of their own threatened to out them. So they recently went scorched earth, got rid of some people around the program. One of them was longtime assistant Dino Gaudio. He went to the university and basically said, if you don't pay me a bunch of money that I'm still owed on my contract, I'm going to out everybody here about how much we've been cheating when it comes to recruiting. And the university looked at him and said, cool, we're under investigation all the time. Go fuck yourself.
They're like,
And here we are.
You must be new here. Like we're pretty comfortable in this situation.
The confidence of Louisville to not care if all their secrets are just spilled like that. Impressive.
Yes. So basically,
you guys know what a bagman is? Do you know what a bagman is?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Are you a bag man?
Dude, I want a bagman so bad, but I don't have like a marketable like talent.
I feel like reviewing beers on TikTok.
No, like
is a pretty
okay, let me
marketable
rephrase it. I don't have a marketable talent that like a college can pay me to go there for.
I feel like reviewing beer on TikTok is still qualifying. Like you're not dissuading me from saying like that's something that colleges should and would pay for. I mean, if they were smart.
I feel like I should start just hitting up random colleges and being like, hey, you get me a bag man, I'll get you a lot of like sophomores in high school that think I'm really cool to go to you.
Whoa. All right, hold on. First of all, what did I come back to? Second of all, what kind of bag man?
We're talking about Louisville. Yeah,
Oh,
Rusty wants an actual bagman, but we're just making fun of the fact that Louisville's in trouble again.
Unsubscribe.
What was it was Laramie Tunsil had a bagman.
Yep.
And it was like the most aggressively like weird bagman of all time. And he was like, he owned like a car dealership and like was just giving him like an actual bagman, like just
Wait a minute.
cash.
Why would you have a car dealer as your bag man? Why not a homeless person?
Because it's usually like Ole Miss boosters or something, and like they have an incentive to be the bag man because they want the school to like them, but two, like it makes sense for them to be like spending a lot of cash.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is that like you got to put a layer of anonymity between you and the kid, and you got to give it to like a homeless dude to take it that last mile.
No, I don't know if the car dealership guy was actually delivering the cash, like personally, but like I mean, if some guy that's like at the soup kitchen one day is like, also, who are you gonna trust like a homeless guy with like $50,000? Like, no. You got to have it in like one of the boosters.
Yeah. But if you're the Cleveland Browns, you'll trust a homeless man with your first round draft pick. So there's that.
Have you seen the cars that, because Nick Saban owns like one of the like Tuscaloosa like car dealerships?
Oh yeah, he owns, right.
Dude, all these Bama players are driving around like fucking lifted like F-150s or like G-Wagons, and they're just like, yeah, my mom's got it for me. And they're just like, dude, like,
no, it's a test drive. Mom's didn't get it from
your coach
test
owns
drive.
the fucking dealership.
Hey, if it's less than 100 miles, Rusty, it still qualifies as a test drive.
They've just been test driving to and from. I was gonna say class, but we all know that's not fucking happening. To and from the bag man for like 2 years now.
Exactly, because that's how Nick keeps himself clean. He's like, listen, motherfucker, the only thing you got to remember is when that odometer hits a 90, you come straight back to Carl. Because, Carl is handling all the, the transactions with the cars and the test drives and whatnot. And if they fuck that up, Nick never heard of them. You want to talk about gray shirted?
Oh, you're not kidding? This is like a real thing? Like they'll like have them like test drive it for like years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, as a guy who has test driven several Hyundais, there is a very clear but
I know a thing about luxury. Let me tell
you. Listen. There are some rules in place, but it's also very much so up to the dealer. So if you can get yourself a good deal, you can really push that Elantra to her limits.
Speaking of a good deal, this rolls right into the next story. We have definitive proof with text messages that Zion Williamson was receiving multiple payments from Adidas while he was in high school. So if anybody was ever shocked or thought, no, there's no way that the number one player in the country was ever getting paid while he was in high school or prior to the NBA, man, this story comes as much of a shock to me as it does to you.
We all learned our lesson from Sean Miller at Arizona, and you can't pay players to play for your school if you're not going to win. But you can pay him otherwise.
No one wanted to build off of it. I was hoping someone else would chop in.
Well, it's because it's a fact. What's there to build off of?
I had nothing. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now, wait.
Drew.
I do want to ask, though, so whose shoe did he blow out in the North Carolina game? That was that Adidas shoe or Nike shoe?
That was a Nike shoe. Yeah, but I mean, it
was like that big Kyrie one. It was like the Kyrie 4 or something. He's busted.
I think he wore it for every game though. That's just not smart.
Well, they built him Nike sent Duke triple reinforced ones after that because it's just the worst look for Nike. Zion's shoes were bulletproof.
See, I would think if it was Kyrie's shoe,
I'd like to test that theory.
It would be like a Converse All-Star or something with a real flat fucking bottom. I mean, it's got to be something flat if Kyrie is going to rock it because he doesn't believe in anything rounded. So
you don't want to go down this path with him because we're an hour in and we've gotten through one segment. Do not get.
Hold on a second. Are you just?
Oh no, I thought we've done 3 segments.
Wait a minute. I was just going to say, it was we jumped from the intro and all of that. We went from baseball to basketball. We're 3 in. So hold on a second. Rusty, do you have something against the earth being round as much as you do about pigeons not existing?
Yes, but I'm not going to get into that. What I will add, on topic.
Serious. No,
on
no, man. Banned. The Earth is not motherfucking flat, Rusty. I mean, come on, dude. Are you serious?
On topic
Flat?
though, I know of a girl that was hanging out with Zion for a little bit, and she said some good things.
How many times you bang her?
I don't know. I don't really know her that well. She's like my friend's roommate.
Oh. I just love how
I
you're
like
like, I
Rusty's-
know of a girl, or whatever your phraseology there was. Like, wow, he's really
I just
trying to distance himself from
follow
her.
a girl on Instagram that Zion hooked up with one time. Like, yeah, I know her. Yeah, I know her pretty well.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was the same as the one on the boat. You're just like, I don't really know these people.
Yeah.
I just find myself places
Well,
I don't really
except-
know. Fuck.
Except I think this girl's real because she's on Instagram and like that chair on the deck at the yacht club. Clearly not on Instagram.
He had a buzz cut.
She had a buzz cut?
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't trust her. You can't trust her.
Oh man.
Was that her?
No,
claim
she
to
did it
fame?
for like charity, allegedly.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
You
So it's
definitely
like a
trust
legit-
the
Which is pretty sick.
that's legit. That's legit.
I'm with
Man,
it.
do you know though? Like they gotta have it long to cut for charity. Like was it Locks for Love or whatever? It's gotta be like 8 inches.
Exactly.
That's long, man. I barely
I know, I
shampoo
can
my
tell you, 8
inches.
inches is very long.
These girls were saying he'd like go into their like New Orleans clubs, and his like bodyguard would like walk around and be like, you upstairs, bottle service, and they'd be like, for who? And they'd be like, Zion. Everyone would be like, cool, we're coming right there.
And what would be better about that story is if they're like, Zion, who the fuck is that? Like, that's not a completely unique name that nobody else has. You'd be like,
They're just like,
Zion,
"Look,
yeah,
Zion."
I've never heard of Zion. I don't think I'm going to go for bottle service. I'd rather be safe.
I know 17 Zions. Which one are you? Especially in the New
Zion
Orleans
with
area.
a Z or Zion with an X though? Like you got to clarify that for me, man. Because
Are
like
there Zions with an X?
I don't know, but it'd be dope as fuck, right?
I want to name my kid something like so outlandish, and then enlist him
Xavier.
in like a weirdly obscure sport, and he'll just like it'll work out. Like just be like
Oh,
have like
man.
a
Shit.
Demetrius on like the bobsled team, and he's just instant gold medal. And I'm just,
Well, especially if you have a white guy named Demetrius, he'll stand out like a sore
Oh, yeah.
fucking thumb.
or just name my kid LeBron James Featherstone, and then it's just-
No, you know what? We talked
Ooh,
about this last
LeBron
week.
Featherstone.
I hate LeBron, but I'm saying it's such a recognizable name that they just assume he was athletic.
early.
Guaranteed one.
Well, so you know, in full disclosure, so when we were trying to figure out, hey, we're getting this new intern, I see the name and I'm like, Aiden Williams. That could totally be a black guy. But
That's the whitest name of all time. What are you talking about?
no, hold on, because the Williams thing is where I was going with that. But the key was, I was like, it's probably a white guy though, because they don't have a D apostrophe in front of it. See,
Right.
if you had been D Aiden Williams, we already know. We don't like Daden came in here and he fucking interned the shit out of this show. And I'm not
I
sad
like
because
this one better for the record. I like being able to see it.
this is Drew messing around with shit. Like
Oh,
this is just
yeah.
Drew. Like
I was
doing-
trying to find a split screen with just Scott and Aiden, just
A
so it was
split
like the two
scheme?
of them.
you
Yeah,
trying to
that
find a split
one.
screen?
That'd be
I
really
thought you
cute.
were trying to find a screen where you weren't frozen on. That's what I thought you were going for. But
Yeah,
guess what?
none of those exist tonight, Scott. So I don't know what to
Frozen
tell
on
you, man.
all of them. You know what we should do? We should switch gears to a new sport. How about we do
Hurling.
No, it's time for football.
So who else is surprised Mike hasn't called in yet?
He's probably watching. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the
But
story
he's
was-
probably super hammered and can't figure out how to dial his phone.
Oh, if he is, he's probably super hammered on hams. I bet.
Fuck yeah.
So
Hams to the shit.
another football player got catfished recently, and it wasn't a Notre Dame player, which is probably the most shocking part about.
Now
this
wait a
story.
minute though.
You
Well,
guys
see
see
no,
that, like,
my
hold on,
head
excuse
there,
me,
guys,
that-
catfished again.
Excuse me. I was telling the
Excuse
story,
me.
Mookie.
No, I want to clarify. You say it like there's been a lot of football players catfished. There's been one.
There's been one more than most teams have.
Yeah, but it was like the most extreme catfish of all time. Like, it's
Yeah,
Right,
but
exactly.
you know
That's what I'm
what,
saying. So,
dude?
like, the
You know what?
example is,
In this day and age of the internet, it's better to be first than anything motherfucking else. So let's go, Manti Te'o, baby.
Dude, he
Okay,
wasn't
well-
first. His girlfriend did not exist and had like fake cancer.
Yeah, but like he was the first one to have a fake girlfriend.
Oh.
he was the first one to be.
I thought you meant like he was the
embarrassingly
first one to like get with that girl, and I was like, yeah, because she doesn't.
Yeah, the fake
exist.
girl. I mean, technically, maybe he did. Who knows? Like, what's to say?
Did they ever
Yeah,
figure
God,
out
your
who
segment.
Who it was?
Good. I was gonna say.
Oh
good
yeah, it
job.
was some dude in California who did not have cancer, nor was a girl.
Well, add a new footballer to the list because a guy down in Atlanta, and this is one of those ones after I just got done saying, "Oh, we know it's a black person, a white person." Let me get this right. Wantarius,
McGillicuddy. Ontarius McGillicuddy. Black or white?
Jay
Irish.
Bryant. Jay Bryant was
Yes,
receiving
Aiden,
text messages that the Atlanta Falcons were sending him supposedly to come in and try out for the team. Now, Jay Bryant is a defensive back who went undrafted out of Austin P. Shows up at the Falcons facility, and they look at him like, "We don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Nobody invited you here. Goodbye." So Bryant goes home, embarrassed as fuck, puts out a social media post basically explaining, "Man, I'm embarrassed as shit. Thought it was the Falcons. It's not. But long story short, somehow he's gonna get a tryout for the Falcons because his agent, I guess. I don't know. This is where the part of the story kind of gets confusing because there is an agent who set up a tryout where a bunch of different teams could come, and Atlanta just happens to be one. But I can't figure out if it's his agent or if it's just an agent. Either way, dude's going to get to try out for the Falcons and a bunch of other teams at the same time. Now, the theory is that this was one big ass hoax in general and that he never got anything. And what better way to get a guy a fucking potential tryout than get the sob story out there that he got hoaxed. So what do we think about that?
Listen, I tried to raise my hand, then my internet froze, and I was like, man, I don't even know who I'm going to stab first. I don't. Like, whatever. No, so I saw this story on SportsCenter, and honestly, like, look, I'm not at all blaming the agent because what it is the kid is getting a tryout at the Hub, which is like a post-draft combine kind of thing. And like they didn't go into it in a whole lot of detail, but basically he's going to go out there with a bunch of it's basically a Senior Bowl, like where he goes out there with a bunch of other, players from different positions. They run certain drills. I don't think they do a full scrimmage or whatever, but yes. The Falcons are going to send a scout out there, as are, I think, like they said, 20 other NFL teams. But like, this shit is just awful. This is terrible. There's no excuse for this. Like, look, Manti Te'o, to a certain extent, kind of got what we deserved. I mean, come on, dude. The writing was there on the wall. Like, are you kidding me? Like, if you want an internet girlfriend, then you want an internet girlfriend. Just be honest about it. But like, this kid is ready to go, ready to play. He had an agent before the draft because he's one of the best defensive backs in D2 school and was trying to get in the league. And he was all excited, all ready to go for it. He did get an invite to the Hub out of this, but at the same time, like, dude, that's so far beyond cruel. Like those other people that just need to get all the criminal charges pressed against them.
Yeah, like what was his goal out of doing that? That there's nothing to do. There's no reason to do that except to be like a dick. There's like no reason.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how it goes. With all this
also, you have to blame that guy though, because like, what this was on Instagram or like DMs or something.
No,
it's
text message. Yeah,
you're telling. Either way, you're telling me you don't confirm it like with anybody. You know what I mean?
All he said was he got a phone number with a 404 area code, and he's like, "Well, that's Georgia, good enough."
Yeah, my number gets spoofed all the time, and I think it's like 12-year-old kids in Michigan. Like, it's not that hard to like.
Whoa, what do you try to say about the mitten, bro?
I swear to God, they're 12
Obviously, they're terrible at football. We all know that.
Like
Everyone up there
saying they're
sucks.
genuinely like whatever. We're not going down another rabbit hole. What I'm saying is,
That's
what I'm saying is like someone's creating this narrative, and I think like in fucking 2021, like the Atlanta Falcons are probably like, this is gonna sell. Like if he even makes like the practice squad, they're gonna post like 5,000 pictures about it.
Rusty, are you calling the shot for this year's Hard Knocks?
If you give me a producer tag, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I don't want the Falcons.
You're really quiet in here, also.
I
don't want the Falcons on Hard Knocks. I'll take a hard pass on that.
I want the Browns back. That was so fun.
Is Odell Beckham going to be back in camp this year? Like, is he
Odell
going to
Beckham be like pooping on people's chests again next season?
No, I said, whoa, Rusty.
He likes to get pooped on.
Exactly.
Come on now.
That's
the difference.
He is the poopy.
I enjoy a good Cleveland steamer as much as the next guy. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying. Wait. You were saying he's the recipient?
Yes, he is. He wants to be the recipient.
He likes to watch it.
That's foul.
I was gonna say it's like in Rusty's face deserves the full screen.
I was kind of with the whole like, all right, like I get it, like maybe that's like your thing.
I mean, you got to poop somewhere, right?
If you want to be the receiver, not cool. I'm not cool.
I mean, he's been receiving balls for his entire career. You think?
Yeah,
getting
he is a wide
receiver,
receiver, you know?
not cool.
Receiving piping hot steamers on your chest is just like,
yeah, not something that anybody sane would want to do.
Yeah,
right?
I've never done.
real quick.
super weird. Dude.
Like never.
It's got awkward.
All right, I'll save us here. Listen,
it's like shit. Yeah, no, I've definitely never done that.
Yeah, so as much as I want to go blow by blow on the way that people poop during sex and whatnot, I do want to give a shout out to my sexy hot man log father-in-law, Mark. Hey, it's his birthday. He's doing a thing with stuff, celebrating and whatnot.
Hell of a birthday salute.
Happy birthday.
That sounds
it is, because now I don't have to buy him shit. So, all right, Scott.
I got a shout out on the podcast. Oh, that doesn't get you out of buying gifts, by the way. If this podcast
no, Scott, it gets me personally out of buying gifts. Jenna will buy whatever, and I'll just be like, cool, put my name on it. Perfect. But like, this makes me feel like I actually put the effort in.
Yeah, money can't buy a podcast shout out.
Exactly. You know what? We need to give you more airtime. Aiden, what do you want to talk about right now? No, stop, Scott. Stop clicking.
You removed me from the fucking broadcast, you idiot.
I didn't remove anything from anything. I just clicked on the exit solo layout button.
And you removed me from the broadcast, but we're going back to me because I got this amazing story before we get out of football. So we all know who Larry David is, right? Yeah. Larry David is one of the best people in comedy going right now. But more importantly, we all know who Larry David
is. What's he doing right now?
I mean, do you not watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, but Scott, Scott.
Is it still running now?
Yeah, it is still
running.
That's
my point.
Yeah.
The fact that no one in this podcast knows that, maybe he's.
I just said it. It's
a minute.
Maybe he's kind of a has-been.
Scott, they're still putting out new episodes?
Hold on a second. Yes, they are. And second of it, how's the only
are you serious?
The only black guy on this podcast is the one that knows what Larry David is doing. How you guys fucking suck.
We don't keep up with
I'm not Jewish. That's why.
That has nothing to do
Race
with
card.
Thank you.
I missed Mike enough. I wanted to hear his voice. But seriously, you guys got to get better at being white.
That's Mike's voice?
Yeah. How could you not hear?
Race card.
I hear it now. Before I thought, I was just like, where the fuck did you find that drop? Whatever, not going to ask questions.
I never guessed that was his voice.
So anyway, Larry David was at the fucking Kentucky Derby. And guess who else was there? That piece of shit Tom Brady. So those two find themselves in an elevator together. And that's where Larry does one of the greatest things ever. Quote, the elevator is packed. We turn around, so we're facing the doors, and I hear this sultry Tabasco vanilla whiskey voice go, hello, Larry. I turned around, and the sex pot that was Tom Brady in sunglasses turns and goes, I turn and go, hey, Tom, hey. And I look back at the elevator door and say nothing else. Fucking classic. There is no reason to acknowledge Tom Brady for anything other than a, oh, hey, Tom, and keep it moving. Especially if you're Larry fucking David. Like, who gives a shit about Tom Brady? I'm sure that Tom Brady went and told that story to everybody. Like, man, Larry David, he fucking spoke to me tonight. Larry David's star is brighter than Tom's will ever be, is what the moral of that story is.
If you think Larry David is even remotely on the same plane as the greatest, like maybe Michael Jordan's the greatest athlete of all time, the greatest football player of all time, you are fucking insane. Larry David did that because it made Larry David feel like he's cooler than he is.
Well, then,
Tom
Rusty,
Brady,
call me insane, man. Call me insane because fuck Tom Brady. I'm all about Larry David just throwing him some shade and being like, you're just another guy.
Look, Rusty, when you're done actually putting effort into this argument and you've got nothing left to give, just let me know, all right? I'll back you up.
All right, yeah, thank you. All right, there you go.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. Everybody, wait while Drew backs somebody up in an argument. This is where you want to hang your hat.
No, I want him to empty his clip first because
I don't have much of a clip because it's so easy. Larry David, the only thing I hope Larry David sees this video too.
I mean, you know he won't.
Larry David's the one who Pete Davidson fucked his daughter, right?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Larry David, all you did was make a show that no one under the age of 45 has ever seen. And
no, hold the fuck on.
Fuck my fucking balls, Larry David. You tried to big dick the goat.
Hold on a second. He created Seinfeld. You're just basing Larry David on. Cool. You just gave me more milk. You made a show that nothing happened for like 25 seasons.
Hey man, that's epic.
Happened in any single episode. You created a shit show that just produced Friends and fucking How I Met Your Mother.
I may have misjudged the fact that he was. I took the newer show and talked shit, and then the older show. I'm like, wait, but he created this thing that's also older. Yeah,
it also was about nothing.
I did.
You have a hot daughter who a really ugly comedian had sex with all the time, and that's about it. Tom Brady's done a lot of cool stuff.
It's good though, because in the comment section, I'm winning this one. So fuck all of y'all haters. Drew, are you ready to spit your bullshit nonsense?
And Andy Foltz says, "Fuck you, I'm only 44."
I don't know. Rusty, do you feel like you need the backup?
Let's stay on Chris's comment real quick. Tom Brady's worth 200.
Yes, he eats a fucking apple. Where did you get an apple? Why do you have an apple?
He's hungry.
Pear. Even better. What the fuck are you with a pear?
I like Aiden drops in and says he's hungry. Duh.
Tom Brady's net worth is 250. His wife's 400. Larry David can suck Tom's gold bedazzled balls.
Hold on a second. Now I need to know the net worth of Larry David because I feel like it's
definitely not $650 million.
I don't know. That HBO money is pretty low.
He could have a lot of Dogecoin, all right?
Do you realize how much money he makes off Seinfeld, like, right now? Like, somewhere there's an episode of Seinfeld airing, and he's making money. You know what Tom Brady's not doing right now? Making any money.
What do you?
I feel like that's not true.
No, he's not, because they don't get paid. They don't get paid in the off season, so fuck him. He doesn't. He's not getting
so many endorsements.
Those UGG boot. That UGG boot money ran out forever ago.
Under Armour, UGG boots, Gatorade, hot wife.
Apparently, Rusty's mouth.
Hot wife is an endorsement. I love that.
Of course.
So wait. Then why isn't mine getting me paid? Because she's pretty hot.
I regret bringing up this story. Good God.
Okay, your wife's hot.
Yeah.
Becca, wait a minute. Your wife's hot.
Hey, hold on,
Oh
let's do
yeah,
something.
dude.
Yeah,
I
what's up?
listen. You get one shot at this, Rusty. You don't waste it, man.
Rusty just turned into Mr. Steal Your Girl. He's like, I'm
And
eating
the best-
hair and your wife's hot.
Oh no! See, that's the best part is I got legal papers and whatnot that protect me. If Rusty wants to steal her, fine. But I'm gonna be really upset about it, and I get to keep all the dogs.
Well,
Shit. All right, so I wait.
Isn't it
Hold on.
time we Kong?
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
talk about
because
divorce.
my shit's leaking, man. I gotta go.
Oh no.
Classic. Look at Drew. Oh, he knocks it down.
I was trying to build up to it because I've always been saying they're like dishwasher safe and whatnot.
Oh yeah, because you broke it.
Well,
Yeah, they're
you
not.
gotta you got to plug it back in until you're right.
No, Rusty. The problem is like now it's leaking from like all the bends and whatnot.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
got to take care of your Kong.
Well, I thought I could dishwash it.
It's like a Cadillac. Like it's nice when you buy it.
Well,
but, like,
see-
you gotta maintain it.
Well, see, Rusty, the problem is I dishwashed it a couple times early on in its life, and then I realized all you do is just hang it up in the shower because then it gets naturally cleaned out.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
get
would do
beat
that.
up on.
Man hangs
I think
man
soap
hangs
and
it up
water
with
will
the-
definitely
with
do
the
that.
mildew and the soap scum.
Soap
He's like,
and
yeah,
water.
this
What
would
you
be
need
solid-
soap and water for?
this would
You
be
just rinse the
solid
bitch
to
out,
drink out
man.
of later. You know what we should do? while you're
And then you
bullshitting?
have it if you want a shower bong, which is one of the best bongs ever. Let me tell you what.
Well, we're
Shower, dude. Are you a mid, early, or late shower bong guy? Like, do you do it right when you get in there, after you perhaps shampooed, or post shampoo, soap, and condition?
In the middle, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the move. Like,
I'm gonna
once
think
you're,
about
like,
it.
You're like,
I'm also
oddly
impressed
wet.
that Rusty uses all those different kind of cleaning techniques on his body. I'm like, let's go Dove 3-in-1, just
7
top to
in
bottom.
1.
Exactly
saw-
right. Yeah.
Toothpaste.
I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating this.
All right, I'll be right back. This shit's leaking all over my carpet.
Cool. While that's leaking all over your carpet, Rusty, hold that thought. We're gonna hit a commercial break, and then we're coming back and wrap things up.
Whether you like baseball or not, there's two things that everyone can agree makes baseball great: dingers and bat flips. So how about you step up to the plate and blast one to dead center field with our friends at Dugout Mugs. You can flip your baseball bat mug if you want, but it's probably better if you just pour your beer into it. With Dugout Mugs, it can be baseball season all year long. And if you go to dugoutmugs.com/craft, you'll get 15% off your entire order. All of your favorite teams, customizable designs, wine glasses made from bats, shot glasses with bat handles, and bottle openers made from bats and baseballs. Dugout Mugs has the perfect option for the baseball fan in your life. Hit them up, get 15% off at dugoutmugs.com/craft. That's dugoutmugs.com/craft. Dugout Mugs, swig for the fences. Look, there is not much worse than reaching into the fridge and realizing you are out of beer. Now you got to go out to the store, you got to deal with people. It's awful. Instead, let our friends at Beer Drop save you a trip and stock up your beer fridge today. Beer Drop will deliver award-winning craft beers straight to your door, starting at under $4 a serving. It's simple. Just go to craftbrewedsports.com/beerdrop. Tell them the types of beers you prefer, sign up for one of their monthly plans, and Beer Drop will curate a box of fresh, award-winning craft beer that will be sent right to your door. You don't even have to put on pants. You can swap out beers, add more, or even skip a month. And if you don't like commitment, you can still go and order delicious beers to be delivered right to you. Just go to craftbrewedsports.com/beerdrop. You're going to get $5 flat shipping. Doesn't matter how many beers you have in your order, $5 flat shipping. craftbrewedsports.com/beerdrop.
Time for me to Kong it.
Get it, boy.
Man, quick question. Why am I interning with you guys if I haven't gotten one of these yet?
You should ask Mike.
All right, I will.
He's the intern
Wait, you
coordinator.
didn't get the college kid who's going to use it every day, a Kong?
To be
I mean,
fair,
No, Mike's been slacking because he was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go on vacation. My wife's gonna remember why she likes me. My kids are gonna have fond memories of their childhood." And he's like, "Oh man, I gotta do that show." Well, like here's the link, and hey Scott, like here's a couple drops or whatever. Really left us out to dry,
He did text this afternoon. He's like, "Ah, shit, no outro music," and I'm like, "Okay, so I guess we'll just do the outro. Cole again. Fuck it.
Do. Oh, isn't that outro time?
I was just gonna say. I was like, are you singing the outro? Is that your?
Well,
is that what
we
you're
got to do something to cover up for his ass.
doing? Dear God. All right. Well, I guess it's.
We
that
should
part of
end
the
this.
show.
It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse.
Well, not only that, we're running out of time, so we're gonna go on ahead and get into the final part of the show where we talk about what we're drinking. I was drinking Arubis Cacao by Mad Tree Brewing. It's amazing. If you ever get your hands on it, drink it. Even being 2.5 years or at least a year and a half old, this beer was somehow still drinkable. So on the scale of 0 to Mookie's an idiot for saying that Fuller House is better, I'm gonna say this beer is full on Mookie's an idiot. It's great. So you should get one. Mookie, what are you drinking?
Way to have a freezer cold take there, Scott. But all right.
I thought it was pretty solid.
I mean, we all know I'm an idiot, so I don't know why that's like news. But again, I was drinking tonight the single cut, the Brighton Hollow Sky double dry hopped IPA. Shit's amazing. It always delivers. I'm pretty sure this is my 4th and last can of it, which is very disappointing. Because I can't get them here because they're from a store in New York, and it's amazing. So at the end of the day, I rate this hands down, no questions asked. DJ Tanner, I'm out.
DJ's really bad. No. Sorry, I meant like bad, like in a good way. Like
I actually
like
thought
DJ's bad.
I thought the timing was perfect, and you just said DJ's bad.
Look,
dude.
man. Look, all I'm saying is,
should have went with Comet, bro. Should have went with Comet.
there is a reason before the fire killed them that he put twins in her.
Holy shit, Aiden, what were you drinking, man?
I was drinking Los Bravos by Terrapin. Not only is it really good, it has a really cool looking can, really solid. I liked it a lot. Don't know the ranking system, but pretty solid.
Is it
Pretty
better
solid.
Is it better than Fuller House?
Probably. I never watched Fuller House, but
then it is. You're in. And Rusty, the man of the hour, the legend. Tell us how that red stripe was. Give us an abbreviated.
Was it worth skirt in jail for?
No, I mean, I drank a 6 of red stripes. They snuck up on me a little bit. If I had to rate them, I still don't really know the scale. I'd probably say it's like the lady at the beginning of Karate Kid that like says like something about the pool.
Did you just recently watch Karate Kid? That's
Wait a minute. No. All right, hold on.
Already.
I've got the rating system for you specifically, Rusty. Now, you're drinking a red stripe, right? You don't know what the rating system is. I think the rating system should be Bob Marley's Sons.
I think it's like a Ziggy, probably.
Instant
All right.
answer.
Now name any other son that you know. I was gonna give you credit because I was like, Ziggy is the only one I know, and I googled it and I was like, God damn, he's got like 9.
I could have just bullshitted it, and you would have had no idea.
Oh no, I pulled up Google before I asked.
But you had the list, yeah. It's pretty.
I did have the list. He has 7 sons, by the way. Good for you, Bob.
He's got
Ziggy,
7 sons.
Now, Damian Marley, I would have known, but I wouldn't have guessed. Like I know Damian Marley now that I say it or see it, but then he also had Stephen Marley, boring, Rohan Marley, Kai Manny Marley, Julian Marley, and Robert Boring Marley.
Can you imagine being Robert and Steven out of all those
right?
like really cool
and
names?
it'd be like, why did Dad hate
You're like
me?
fucking god damn it.
Could have been Rohan
Robert's Bob Marley Jr., so that's pretty cool.
Or at least hyphenate me and make me Steven Robert. Like you could make it interesting because I could play myself like SR-71 style.
Well, but Robert Marley is just Bob Marley Jr., which is pretty tight.
Damn it, you're right.
That's a good point.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been
Scott,
a
get us out of here, man. Wrap
I was just gonna say,
bro.
gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Rusty, it is always good to have you. I thank you for making your way on the show again. You're always welcome. where can people find you? To tell all of the idiots who weren't around for the first time.
Yeah,
Where
you
they
guys
can find
talk
your
to
stuff,
me around
man.
for the first time. On Instagram, my name is Featherstone Rusty. TikTok is where you're gonna get my stuff. Most that's Rusty Featherstone, and coming out with something special soon. Can't really say too much about it right
Is
now.
it an album? Is it a Christmas album? Rusty, I would love
I hope
it.
so.
A
I
Christmas album.
already have a mixtape, so no, it's not.
No, not
I
a
was
mixtape,
actually
Christmas
thinking-
album.
I was thinking he was gonna go late 90s, early 2000s rapper, and he's like, I got something for the ladies coming. Like,
No, I have
gotta have that track that sells.
I have an
He's
R&B.
got
I
them
have an
slow
R&B
jams.
album.
Yes.
Um,
Rusty After Dark. I'm in.
But all right, I actually can't say too much, but that has
Oh shit! Did I
Oh,
guess
my
it? Did I guess it? Oh shit!
Got an OnlyFans coming.
Yeah, it's
Rusty, dude, Rusty's feet. We're getting.
I want
them.
10%.
that was one of the possibilities. But just keep an eye out for that.
Wait, your feet on OnlyFans was a possibility. I was joking.
No,
about it.
the thing Rusty After Dark. That's,
Rusty
that's
After Dark. Oh, okay.
potentially a name for what's coming out. But yeah, and then ladies, you can add me on Snapchat at Drew Y. Borowski.
Hold on. Let me sign up real quick. That's not my screen name, but I appreciate the shout out. Wait,
I also like the
how do you
Wyborowski.
how do you log out of the thing you're logged in on?
Holy shit, he doesn't know how to use Facebook, and now he doesn't know how to
Yeah,
log.
wait, what's up with
Oh,
you
I
guys
can figure it out.
Did you get an iPhone like today?
Yes. Actually, that's
Drew
where
is
it
like,
is.
hey, there's
I
this
just
thing called
now
the
got an
internet.
iPhone.
Somebody walk me through this.
Dude, I don't waste my time on
trying to
that
figure out
shit.
his password like on air.
Holy shit. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. Thank everyone for joining us. For the
What's
love
she
of
doing
God,
with her boobs?
Mike will be back next week. So there's that. We'll be back next week. Rusty, thanks for coming. Aiden, thanks for joining us. Everyone over at Belly Up, thank you as always for having us. Thank the listeners for joining us. Mike, we miss you. Drew, we
What?
got to go, man. I'm just
Thank
making sure you're
God.
paying attention. Holy shit. Stop
Oh, I'm
Googling
about
how
to-
to
Hey,
stop Googling
listen.
how to use the internet. For
No,
fuck's sake,
no.
man.
I'm trying to make sure I got this parlay right on the Lakers Warriors game. I'll tell you right now, LeBron's going to get 25 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds. AD is going to go for 35 plus. Oh, he cut me off. Okay, bye.
No, you can still talk. I just wanted to put up the screen. It's
It's all good.
Music. It's the house music playing you off at the award show, bro.
Hammer the over, but Warriors to win.
Cool. Don't listen to what I say, because I said that J. Cole wasn't going to have more than 7.5 minutes playing. So thank you, everybody, for listening. We will see you next week. We are out.
Hey, China was thirsty.